Shalom, Kahalo, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bahashim Kakodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yeshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily update. Shalom and salutations to you as well. And can you believe it? It's Tuesday, and we're actually going to do the War and Rumors of War Tuesday. I didn't forget, or something didn't pop up. Well, actually, something did pop up, and kind of fits directly in line with rumors. Well, let's do what we do. Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Then we click in and we read some of these other versions, like the NI version, which is the same. Wars, you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. NLT, wars and threats of wars. So we got rumors and threats. This is what we do on Wars and Rumors of War Tuesday. Rumors. So we got rumors and threats so far. We come down and we get reports. Got rumors, threats, reports, and what else? News of battles far away. So we got news, threats, reports, and rumors. Let's get into it. This is Combat Veteran Reacts. Kind of a weirdo. He's in the middle. Somebody cusses him out from the Ukraine side, he'll be pro-Ukraine. Somebody cusses him out from the Russian side, he'll be pro-Russian. And he can get locked up like Gonzalo Lira. Anyway, let's hear what he has to say, because and there's some sort of insurgency, or there's rumors that there are rumors that Russia is under threat by their own people. So let's check out the news.
Is Russia in open rebellion? And just how effective will this Russian insurgency be? I'm Paul, U.S. Army combat veteran. It's May 23rd, 2023.
And we'll stop him right there because he starts selling shit. We'll move to 115. After the sales pitch. Continue.
Anyway, let's talk about this story. So there hasn't really been any change to the Bakhmut front lines, in case you were wondering. But the real news here is to the north. And let's see if we can find it. Actually, it's going to be easier on the combat map. That's right. Okay. So as you guys can see, they're highlighted in yellow is the location of this cross-border incursion. Now, as you guys can see, this region has been subject to Russian shelling for some time, but it is a fairly well-established border crossing. And you can see that for an insurgency, there's lots and lots of forested areas, wood lines, urban areas. It's a good place if you want to surreptitiously.
This is a camp.
Wow. All right, Salakia, here we go. Boom, get back.
Surreptitiously cross the border and operate there. So it sounds like you can see at this small village of Koznica, the militant groups claiming to be from the Freedom of Russia Legion and the Russian Volunteer Corps have announced that they are conducting an operation in the area. And I'm going to try to show you guys, let's see if we can get a picture of who these fighters are. This is from their social media. So let's see if we can find a bigger one. I want to point some of this stuff out. Let's see if I find a bigger one. Again, I'm trying not to, I can't show like video footage. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe this is just this seems like just a statement. But here's what I want to point out. First off, these guys have Ukrainian flags on. They are Russians, of course, and they're wearing basically soup to nuts Ukrainian gear. You can see this is an M4 with NATO style mags. These are OCP uniforms, the higher end uniforms that we've seen issued to Ukrainian troops. You can see effective helmets, night vision devices. This is a very, very well equipped and well prepared unit. These guys are wearing their gear looking like professionals. And it's sort of interesting conceptually, right? You can see this gear and you know that this is not a homegrown insurgency. Homegrown insurgencies almost always mix military and civilian gear. They try to blend in with the general population. It's much, much. They do not look like professionals like this. This is the sign of state backing. So almost certainly and fairly obviously at least Ukrainian supported effort. Now, I'm not saying these guys aren't Russian or that they don't actually aspire to liberate Russia from Putin's regime. I certainly think that's more than highly possible. I'm just saying that there's a logical level of support that Ukraine would provide to this effort. And what exactly did they do? Well, the stories indicate that this insurgent movement crossed the border, and let's see if I can find the exact numbers that they claim to have brought. But it's basically around, I think, 100 troops. I think 5 to 9 APCs or armored vehicles. And it's not a large scale operation. I think that's important to understand. Oh, here we go. All right, crossed the border with 2 tanks, an armored personnel carrier, 9 other armored vehicles. So what we're talking about is what we consider a company-sized element. They captured Kaznika, and maybe had continued to push on to other regions or other villages in the area, in the oblast. And some Russian sources, right, also reported that they captured the settlements of Glatovo and Gora Podol. Again, there's dispute over whether they actually captured it or not. And there's limited geolocated footage. But here...
Sounds like rumor and conjecture to me. All right, so we're going to just go ahead and stop it right here. You can go in and watch this, only 14 minutes or whatever. But, yeah. I mean, it's kind of significant if you believe that Russians are going to fight the Russians, or if there's an insurgency of their own people, which is, this looks like a distraction because we should never forget that Russia has more firepower than anybody on the earth, number one. Okay? So they can't be taken down, certainly not by their own people. All right? And then, on top of that, the Most High, God himself, is working with Vlad. All right? Let's get that real quick and then we'll go ahead and pop out. This is I will stir up. Too many L's. Will stir up the Medes. So God is the I. Isaiah 13:17. Behold, meaning look. I, that's God, will do what? Stir up who? The Medes, the Russians, against them. Who is them? Them is Babylon. Who is Babylon? That's America. Who's fighting? Are the Ukrainians fighting the Russians, or are the Americans through proxy? Proxy being NATO, the EU, and the Ukraine. Okay? So if you're looking from the top down, starting with I, who is Yahweh, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, he says, look, I, God talking, Yahweh, will stir up the Russians against the Americans. All right? So basically, Russia's going to win. Why? Because the Most High's on their side right now. They cannot be tempted by silver or bribed with gold. Why? Because of mind control. God is controlling. Supreme mind control. All right? So with that, we'll go ahead and end it right there. We'll keep it short and sweet. All right? Wars and rumor. What's the rumor? Oh, Russia's invading themselves right now. And they can actually pull it off and, right. Right. No, we know it's about to happen. World War III. It's going to escalate. And it's going to culminate with what? Mutually assured destruction. It's in the Bible. You can't change it. All right. None of these shall fail. Right? None of these shall fail. Where is it? Is that in Apocrypha? Let's see. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Okay. Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None of these shall fail. What are these? These prophecies. Okay. Did the Most High just tell you through prophecy that he's going to stir up the Medes? Yes. None of them shall fail. None shall want her mate. This book cannot be compared to any other book. For my mouth, Yahweh Shemel Shai, it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. Here we are standing boldly before the face of such as have afflicted us and made no account of our labors, letting you know what this book says. Right? So with that, we'll go ahead and close. We hope that the elector edify you, brothers and few sisters. Nobody can change this. Shalom.